Hi friends and friendly subscribers, welcome back to my channel. This is Inner Hill Tarot, and today we're going to do energy pairing between the Tarot for the Millennium by Melody and the Crystal Magic Tarot by Carrie Ward and Claire Gregory. Okay, and today's video is for part of 5-6 days that I'm already announced yesterday with the Untamed Elemental video. It's about working with the elements to change the reality of our 3D reality. And the first element that we work with is with the earth. Okay, and what is the earth elements? The one that really pronounced if it's not the crystal, right? So thank you for being so patient. And why is it the earth that we're working with the first time? Because it's actually, we are in a time of Aquarius, right? And Aquarius is the elements of the water and the air actually. For this, I'm going to make yet another video and yet another energy pairing, but more explaining with the explanation of the map and the time map, basically. Why I'm doing this kind of video and why is Imbolc very special, I also going to explain in the next video. But right now we're going to do the energy pairing, and then we're going, well, I'm going to explain what crystal as element of earth meant to me. Okay, so welcome to this video and to the energy pairing. And as always, if you always come back to my channel and feel that my videos are useful for your tarot journey and learning, please don't forget to subscribe to what? Yes, to subscribe, share, and comments on my videos. And yeah, because that's the easiest way how you can help me, basically, to keep doing this. Okay guys, let's do the energy pairing first. Enjoy. sorry, dear friends. Okay, guys. Just finished the energy pairing. Sorry. Between the Love is in the Earth Crystal Tarot and the Crystal Magic Tarot. Yeah. Why do I pair up these two energies? Is because, first of all, Love is in the Earth Tarot has been around for a while, I think. It's made by Melody, someone who's really, yeah, it's in year 2000. Melody is someone who's very well known in the world of crystals, basically. She has her own big crystal catalog, and yeah, and her catalog is quite famous as especially in America, as a guidebook to see which mineral has a certain kind of metaphysical benefits for the human. So it's not just for her and for a lot of so-called witches. We're using like a crystal, and the crystal, doing crystal grids. It's to create a different 3D reality for us. And to create different 3D reality using crystals, a lot of time is using grids. And also we kind of have to understand the meaning of the crystal's metaphysical properties itself. It can be very confusing, actually. So that's why this today video, I hope I can shed some light with things that I normally do myself when it comes to crystals, with this video as well, because now I'm also dabbing into the tarot, and I want to combine between the tarot and crystals itself, because to obtain all of the crystals with its healing properties is quite unsustainable at this point of time because of the war. It creates basically, first of all, the logistic has become very expensive because a lot of the crystals are sourced in different parts of the world, and with the war, it's just make them are very expensive. But then you don't know how to manage with the tarot itself, how to create a grid without the physical crystals, right? So that is the key, which is what we're going to talk about today. And yeah, between the Crystal Magic Tarot and the Love in the Earth, the one that I really like is because they both like talking about crystal, but they dabble into different focus, actually. What I see in the Love in the Earth Crystal Tarot is actually it's give you the feeling of the type of energy and the kind of the grids that you can use when you work with the crystal, you know. And of course, because this deck is made when it was like in the year 2000, which is maybe made actually in the late 90s. And in the late 90s, a lot of the crystals I feel that's available around the world are in the shape like this, you know, in the shape of the tower. And most of them are like the crystal, the clear quartz crystal, because that is the most common at that time to be sold, I feel. So a lot of the imagery, it's all the crystal quartz imagery, you know. So and the same shape, of the tower. And what is the tower, crystal tower means actually? So the tower crystal means is to directing energy in specific space and time, to add the dimension of space and time and certain rituals, and to just direct the energy correctly. You know, for example, if we see like the tower here, it's clear that the technique is using the crystal quartz like this that's already shaped, but some of them in a shape of like this, you know, in like a free-flowing state. You know, it's like a cluster. This is a cluster, even though this is not the it's not, this one is not the clear quartz, but it's still bite. But that's what it means by cluster. Okay, so that is the technique, and that you can see from the way the placement is used to create a certain energy of the archetype. Okay, let me see what we can get just to make it fast actually. Yeah, for like this actually. So maybe, not maybe, so what I interpret, if you want to do the ritual of the earth, okay, with the tarot decks to create the grid. So my interpretation with this is like to create this kind of generator, because this is a generator as well in a natural shape, and then you add the one that's man-made shape crystals. So it can be like this, and then you do the meditation with the card additionally, and then depending on what kind of a question you do, you meditate with the crystals to gain insight and to put the intention in the earth itself. Okay, so most of the time when we do the with the crystal magic, it's a lot of time it's done outside actually, but because this is like a winter and it's like 5 a.m. 6 a.m. in the morning, I'm doing it inside. But most of the time it should be done outside in the earth, especially when it's like a summertime. And yeah, because it's the crystal magic, it's supposed to not just work for you yourself, but also to make a connection with the earth. That's why the most potent a lot of times is to create grids, to create a different reality, right? So that is the example, and you don't even have to own the deck in itself. I have another video where it's just concentrated in flipping through this deck, so you can look one by one on the other video and see what the grid looks like with this deck. Okay, so that is one part, and another part of the crystal deck that I want to talk about with the earth magic is the crystal magic tarot, of course. So with this deck, what I see is actually it's not like this. It doesn't talk about the grids and the technicality how to use the crystal itself, but it's more like the energy. It's more like a tarot deck. This one I feel like it's more like a crystal deck, and the technicality with also explaining the energy feeling of the archetype in tarot. This one is more like talking about the archetype of the tarot with the different kind of the crystal. Okay, so for example, the Fool with the green aventurine. So this is green aventurine, right? So basically, if we see the Fool, we see the Fool card here, and with the green aventurine here. So basically, if we combine the two decks together, we use what is the Fool means in here with the green aventurine, but then we create maybe the grid like this around the body, or maybe you can do with the green aventurine spear ball. So it could be like this, the shape is could be like this, and you meditate, you have a walking meditation, because the Fool is about symbolizing the new journey, right? So you have the crystal ball in your hand, or with the two hands with the walking meditation. That's how you awaken the earth magic within you. But then you use the sphere, or but in a green aventurine crystal. You see what I mean? This is why like earth magic can be quite tricky, because the shape of things has to be precise, and sometimes it's a little bit hard to get it precise, because maybe we don't have a crystal store around us that provide the specific things that we need to have, right, for the rituals. Yeah, working with the earth magic is working with the 3D reality directly. So that's why a lot of times people just do like this deck, just like do with the quartz crystal, because it feels like a very safe choice, right? But if we want to hit a specific target with the earth magic, it's better first of all to learn it, to really learn it, or to set an intention. What do you actually want it to do? And then instead of like shuffling the deck, your go, for example, straight to the, for example, you want to have a situation with love, right? Because today is the 1st of February, and it has something to, it's also like a Valentine's month, which is like has something to do with the heart, right? So you go straight to the Ace of Cups, which is like ruling your emotions. And probably you have, just for the sake of it as well, because I know that I have the crystal here. So for example, yeah, we go straight to the cups, because it's the month of the emotion with the heart, for the sake of it. So let's see it like this, right? So what do we see here? It's the Ace of Cups with cobalt calcite, which is this beautiful crystal, cobalt calcite, and it has like a certain properties. It's also well, as a properties, it's to learn how to love again, and to forget the past, you know, to start anew, which is like really Ace of Cups energy actually, right? The cobalt calcite. I will search also in, I will teach also one last technique. So for example, let's just do it now actually. So Ace of Cups in here is cobalt calcite, and I forgot what is the meaning of cobalt calcite as a property of the crystal metaphysically. So let me search. And also like, because if you do magic in a third dimension, which is the earth energy, you want to be quite precise. So that's why, like, what I mean, that's you need to buy a lot of things sometimes. like the crystal itself. That's why focusing on what you want to do is very crucial in here. So let's see if it's in here. Cobalt calcite. Okay, page 85. So yeah, attributes. Cobalt calcite symbolizes unconditional love and forgiveness and is attuned to the pink flame of pure, compassionate love. A stone of self-discovery, it connects heart with the mind. If you are uncertain where you need to go spiritually, gentle cobalt calcite help you to find innate talents and life purpose. Also, psychologically, this beautiful crystal helps to transfer ideas into action without forcing the pace. So this is really beautiful crystal to work with. And by the way, yeah, I have the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. I find volume 2 is the most useful for me to obtain, and I feel that a lot of crystal in the volume 2 book is, it's rare enough, but also it's, if you go to special crystal store, you will find most of the crystals that featured in the volume 2. Don't buy the volume 3, by the way. It's yeah, it's too rare, the one that's featured in here. A lot of times I don't find anything from the Crystal Bible here, but this one, yes, you can find a lot of it. So back to the cobalt calcite crystal. So because it's giving you the energy of unconditional love, and to promote you, to help you to gain insight and make action on what you love to do without imposing a timeline. So this is the stone you want to do if you have ideas, new ideas, you know, on what to, which is like the Ace of Cups archetypal energy from the tarot, like something that completely new with the emotion, right, without imposing a certain timeline for you. So you work with this and you work with this grid. So probably you won't have a lot of cobalt calcite, and actually I never seen cobalt calcite in this form actually, because it's just maybe too expensive to do it. So what we do is like you create a grid from this, maybe from this is a rose quartz, so maybe you do the rose quartz and you put a bowl inside the quartz and you put the cobalt calcite inside the water with the bowl, okay, and you meditate with both cards like the one that I just said, and then stated what do you actually want, how do you want this project, this idea of yours to start, you know, to start. That's how you do the earth magic with the crystals, okay? So this is really a high time to work with the cobalt calcite and with the cups energy from the Crystal Magic Tarot, actually, because yeah, like I said, this is the month of February and it's the element is water and air, but you want, if you want to create the 3D reality very fast, then you work with the crystal instead of with the energy of Aquarius itself, because if it's like the realm of idea and emotions, it's not in the 3D realm already, right? You have to shape it in your mind. And with the problems that we have now in the in the modern life with a very short attention span, it's not really easy to do it, you know, to see it through very fast. So that's how the crystal and the earth in the earth element can help you. So that is my Imbolc special for the first elements that yesterday I promised to share with the cube earth. It's like platonic solids also. Yeah, why platonic solids is very important as well. You should check out the Matthias Di Stefano YouTube channel when he talk about elements and what is you know, platonic solids means. Platonic solids means is the only shape in the earth that created everything in our 3D reality also. That's why if you don't have all of these crystals and for example you want to work with this Ace of Cups and you don't have the cobalto-calcite because it's quite rare mineral as well, you work with the icosahedron one, you know. That's the very least that you can do, I think. You work with the two images and you work like this. Maybe you hold it. You hold on your left hand. It's the sign of the receiving, and you meditate with them. What do you want to do? And you journaling with them, you know. That's the very least also that you can do. Because now, yeah. Also, if you don't have the crystals in any shape or form at all, but you have Amazon account, you can just buy the crystal Bible itself, and then you go ahead to the page of cobalto-calcite, right? And you put together, and meditate together. And but because you don't have the crystal itself, it's very important if you're journaling what kind of feeling that arise, what kind of blockages that can arise, you know. Think about what this Ace of Cup energy means to you. You can probably read from the book in itself, you know. So that's the thing. And if you have but if you're like quite serious in your crystal journey as well, I recommend this book, The Crystal Muse and the Crystal Grids, because this is like this is your going deep into the 3D matrix. You're changing your reality in a very powerful way, in a very 3D way actually, you know, in a very material way. To if you're someone who hard to concentrate, I recommend to do this type of magic, because it's the act of preparation itself. It's already make you have to concentrate on what you are doing, you know. This book I find is really helpful from Hay House. So that is the practical work that I want to share with you guys, about how I change my 3D reality with the help of all of these crystal guys and girls, because it's directly sourced from the Mother Earth, right? And especially in the raw form. But the raw form, the problem is a lot of times their energy is just going all over the place, which is why in technically it should be like the man-made shape like this, so you can direct your energy to the area of the houses of your working area, of the earth around you, probably your garden, how you want to do your intentions. You know, you put your intention in a very precise way. So that is the first element in Imbolc, how we can use it. I hope it's a nice different pace of review. It's not just reviewing the tarot decks, but also to use it in a different way. So you're not, if you have a limited budget, for example, and you want to change your 3D reality, you can even just use with this tarot deck in itself, because it's new and it's mass market and it's very affordable for you, and you don't have to buy this deck. You can just check my other video or this video in itself, how to create the grid. And if you don't have the grid and you don't have the money to buy the crystal in itself, yeah, you can just have this book and this tarot deck, and you can start to create your 3D reality, you know, to change. And yeah, especially with the, let me put it just in like this, yeah, especially this month of Imbolc, we can start with the cups, you know, with the feeling first. That's correspond to the sign of Aquarius. Okay, so that is the video of today, one of it anyway. I'm going to make another video of why Imbolc matters, with different set of tarot deck as well. So that's it, guys, for this part. If you find this video useful, please don't forget to subscribe and share and comments. Check my eBay store, jar tip me in PayPal. All of this action can help me to keep continuing, keep on continuing this channel and keep sharing what I've learned so far from my tarot journey and from my basically my life. I don't necessarily want to say that I'm a witch, even though I do witchcraft. I'm just saying the way I share my spiritual journey, actually, right? And before I forgot, the other thing that you can do to create a new 3D reality in your life is also to practice yoga, because yoga is really make you connect more to the body, and you breathe differently. And when you breathe differently, you're starting to connect with your nervous system and sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system, which is like regulates the fight or flight and the meditative state in a very efficient way. So when you're connecting with the world in a very controlled way, is it going to be the fight or flight? Because fight or flight is also necessary. If you see a mass shooting, or if you see, you know, someone is arguing, or someone getting mobbed, you know, things like this, that the real dangerous situation, connecting with your breath give you an insight, what is the best way to go, what is the best course way to go. But also in a state of planning, like today, the Kobato calcite, doing yoga practice and pranayama practice, which is like breathing exercises, also can help you in a planning state. You know, what is the best course for you to go at this time and how to stick with it, okay, without like all of the gazillion social media keep distracting you. Okay, so that is the end of this video. Again, sorry for so many wordings. I hope you find this video useful, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your energy. Please do have a nice Imbolc. Have a nice day and night also anytime you watch this video. Bye bye guys. Have a nice day. Bye.